I have a confession to make. This may not be a popular opinion, but I like zoos. I like animals. I like walking on slight inclines. I like churros. Plus, zoo is my best Scrabble word. Which brings us to tonight's segment. Shut up, zoos are good. Zoos are good! I mean, sure, not all of them are great, but overall, they're a net positive. And in recent years, they've gotten even better.
I think those arguments of zoos being part of the problem and using animals was true in the 40s, 50s, 60s, but genuinely in the last 10 or 15 years, the world's changed and a lot of zoos have woken up to that.
I wouldn't have taken my kid to a zoo in the 50s and 60s. Who wants to see some male executive giraffe harass his secretary and then lock himself in his office and brood over what happened in Korea? Modern zoos are good. I'm not talking about shitty roadside tourist trap zoos where animals are often abused and kept in horrible conditions. Every good thing has a shit version of it. Sex is awesome unless it's awful. Actually, bad sex and bad zoos are very similar. They're cramped, overpriced, everyone's shoving at each other and yelling, "Where is it? I can't see it." Of course you can't see it. You've all been yelling too much and it's gone to sleep. Good zoos aren't just tourist attractions. They're crucial to many species' survival.
Dozens of zoos in North America actively participate in the Association of Zoo and Aquarium Species Survival Plan program, which concentrates on finding dwindling populations, bringing them into captivity, and growing them until they are ready to be released into their natural habitat.
Yes, zoos bring animals together and get them to Though it might be better for the uglier of the two animals. So you're the new girl. How you doing there? Let me show you around the enclosure. There's this bit, and I poo over there. You can poo there too. I like you. What's this? Is that an erection? Better do something about that. People are watching. Let's give them a show. Some zoos have saved entire species from the endangered list, including the Arabian oryx, the European bison, and the Oregon spotted frog. Wow. Can you imagine a world without the Oregon spotted frog? Holy shit! We gotta save that frog! But Peter doesn't see the difference between good and bad zoos, claiming that all zoos teach people to lock animals in captivity where they're bored, cramped and lonely and deprived over control of their own lives. First of all, a good zoo isn't that cramped. Second of all, some animals like being bored. Like koalas are loving it in the zoo. They sleep for 22 hours a day and eat a few leaves. Being bored is their jam. Those koalas are having a whale of a time. Though, ironically, whales in captivity are not having a whale of a time. I like zoos because I like animals, and good zoos give them an excellent quality of life. Take it from legendary anthropologist Jane Goodall.
Quite honestly, when you go to a really good zoo, which has a big outside enclosure, then you think, well, actually, if I was a chimp, I'd probably rather be here than out in all these dangerous situations in the wild.
Yeah, the wild is terrible. There's predators and food shortages. The wild is a mess. Zoo animals should thank us every day for destroying their natural habitat and teaching them the wonders of the indoors. And knowing all the good that zoos can do, if the idea still doesn't sit right with you, let me propose a compromise. Once a year, we stay in the zoo enclosures and let the animals come and stare at us. My life is already very similar to that of a zoo animal. I sit or stand in a spot and make noises whilst people I don't know watch me for entertainment purposes. When the day is done, I head back to my enclosure where a trained professional force feeds me vegetables and raw fish. It's not perfect, but it's a damn good life. In conclusion, shut up, zoos are good. The good ones do amazing work, and I think the abusive roadside zoos should be shut down. Because we can all agree that keeping living creatures in shitty old metal cages is f***ed up. Isn't that right? Kid still being held at the detention centre who'll never see his parents again.